Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 7 o'clock on your 4th of July holiday. I'm Tracey McCain.
And I'm Caitlin Francis. Happy 4th, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us here on your holiday Friday. Lots to get to this morning, but really the big talker is all that damage left behind after those severe storms moved through our state. So let's say good morning to meteorologist Scott Gagliardi for a check on this all-important holiday weekend forecast. And again, last night was tough.
It really, really was. I mean, a lot of people, I think everybody at least saw something last night. So it was busy. It was a busy time. We had plenty of storm reports that got sent in. This is very underdone. These are just the official ones that get sent into the National Weather Service. We had hundreds upon hundreds of reports of wind damage, hail reports, plenty of lightning yesterday. So yeah, it's something you want to you're going to notice, put it this way, this morning. On my drive-in through Guilford, Route 77, look at that, completely blocked off by a tree there. Plenty of roadways. Crews this morning certainly have their work cut out for them. The weather won't be an issue, though. As far as what we're seeing, these are some of the rainfall totals, by the way, from yesterday, up to an inch or two in other towns. But it's sunny out there today. It's perfect. Temperatures in those upper 50s and lower 60s to start the day. 62 in Windsor Lock, 63 in Hartford, 61 in Waterbury, 67 now in New Haven, and 64 degrees in Chester. Humidity levels are low. It's a perfect day to head to the beach, head to the pool. If you have cookouts planned, no matter what you're doing outdoors from start to finish, it is an excellent day. And this lasts even into the overnight hours. When we have any firework displays, there's some heat on the way, though, as early as Sunday. Yeah, we're talking 90s. We'll let you know how long that lasts ahead in your first alert forecasts. Good morning, Kate.
All right. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, everyone. Let's get you an update here on your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report. Unfortunately, we are dealing with several issues across the state here. We're dealing with localized road closures because of storm damage, debris, trees down, wires down, which is causing some problems here across the state locally. Also dealing with a road closure here, 84 eastbound, heading from Southbury into Middlebury this morning. This area is blocked off between exits 16 and 17 because DOT telling us that there was a motorcycle crash overnight. So this area has been closed now for several hours. Again, between exits 16 and 17 on the eastbound side of 84. Your detour on your screen, Route 188 to Route 64, back to 84 eastbound off by exit 17. We're taking a live look here. This is the closest image we can get for you. See that westbound lane of traffic from Waterbury heading towards Middlebury, moving just fine. Nice light traffic volume, but the eastbound side, again, completely shut down through this stretch. So this is going to cause some problems for you as you're heading out the door. The rest of the state looking beautiful. It's going to be very, very busy out on those roadways today, especially as we head a little bit later into the morning. The shoreline will be packed, so give yourself time to get where you're going safely. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers. Hey, it's 7:03 at last check. Just under 9,000 customers from Eversource waking up this morning without TV, without AC, without lights, all because of severe damage from storms.
Yeah, they're certainly making some progress here. Your reporter, Marcy Jones, live in West Haven, where city workers are cleaning up already this morning. Marcy, what are you seeing? I can see the damage behind you.
Absolutely. Now, the neighborhood that we're standing in is littered with branches as well as other debris left behind by the storm. And of course, this is the main attraction here. We've got a West Haven police officer making sure that no folks are trying to sneak by because this can be dangerous. This tree completely blocking off Pauline Avenue here. Mother Nature reminding us just how powerful she can be. We saw heavy rain, whipping winds, hail, even lightning strikes. Now the cleanup begins. First responders were busy Thursday night. Firefighters in West Haven worked quickly to extinguish flames after a home on Ocean Avenue was struck by lightning. Downed trees, power outages, and more. In West Haven, United Illuminating reported less than 1% of customers experienced disruption to power. However, in places like Tolland, Madison, Essex, Guilford, and Clinton, Eversource reported at one point almost 20,000 customers were in the dark.
We knew we were going to be facing hail, lightning, and it impacted the city in a big way. We're always pleased with our public safety folks here. They're second to none.
Some good news here in West Haven. No injuries have been reported. However, the city did make the call to postpone their fireworks show until tomorrow evening. Your reporter live in West Haven, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Marcy, thanks for giving us a look on the shoreline here. Let's take a look inland where cleanup is also underway. A live look right now at Old Stafford Road in Tolland, which is closed right now because of downed wires. Right now, Eversource is reporting around 9,000 customers without power this morning. Madison and Essex seeing the most significant outages at this hour. United Illuminating saying about 500 customers remain in the dark this morning. Power lines down here in Tolland.
Look at this. That hail looks like incredible snow coming down here, but it's not. It was hail. This is video from one of our viewers from Brooklyn. We also had reports of hail falling in Tolland and Norfolk. Scott Gagliardi telling us that in some situations they're golf ball size.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Well, a number of other cities, towns dealing with damage this morning. Take a look what happened here in Branford, where downed wires started sparking on Thimble Island Road. Thankfully, it didn't spread and it was contained. But areas of Milford also hit hard. Take a look where you can see a tree down right in front of this home. And there's concern about more trees coming down onto power lines. If you ever see something like this out there, just steer clear of it all and report it to the fire department. Thunderstorms can hit at any time. A reminder here, stay up to date on the First Alert forecast anywhere, anytime by downloading the First Alert weather app. All right, today, President Donald Trump is expected to sign his sweeping domestic policy bill into law during a ceremony at the White House.
The U.S. House passed the Senate's revised version of that bill yesterday afternoon. Republicans hoped to pass it earlier, but Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries spoke out against that bill for almost 9 hours. We brought this to you live yesterday morning right here on Eyewitness News. Jeffries set the record for the longest House speech. The bill includes tax cuts and increased spending for defense and immigration enforcement, while cutting health insurance and food assistance programs.
Well, leaders from both political parties in our state are now responding to the bill's passage. Governor Ned Lamont says the bill would have devastating impacts on millions of Americans and plans to meet with state lawmakers soon to discuss next steps. House Republican leader Vincent Candelora says the bill delivers much needed tax relief while reducing government dependency.
7:07 this morning, jurors in the Raoul Valley trial have the holiday weekend off before starting deliberations Monday. The judge still needs to finish giving them instructions before turning the case over. Jurors heard closing arguments yesterday. Attorneys for Raoul Valley say he was defending himself when he allegedly stabbed 4 teens, killing 17-year-old Jimmy McGrath and hurting 3 others. But prosecutors say Valley was the only one with a weapon and could have left before escalating that situation.
Well, this morning, a suspect now in custody after an hours-long police standoff in North Haven. Police say a man called police threatening to hurt himself and officers, then barricaded himself inside with several large knives. Police tell us he surrendered after about 6 hours. No one was hurt.
This morning, a man from Rhode Island now facing criminal charges for his alleged role in a violent street takeover in Ansonia back in April. You'll remember we've been showing you this video now for months, that dash cam video showing someone throwing that traffic cone right at the police cruiser, leaving damage to the windshield. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but 4 arrests have now been made and police still working to identify other suspects.
This morning, we have learned a rideshare driver will serve 5.5 years in prison for causing a crash in New Haven that seriously hurt someone last year. Prosecutors say the driver was speeding down Chapel Street and hit a man who was crossing the road. She didn't have a license and even had 2 customers in her car at the time of the crash. A judge also sentenced her to serve 5 years of probation.
Right now, state police are looking for a suspect who they say fired gunshots on 91 southbound. Troopers responded to the area near exit 10 in North Haven yesterday afternoon. Thankfully, police say no one was hurt, but again, they are searching for the people involved. Good morning.
Good morning, Kate. As we get a check of your First Alert forecast on this Independence Day, the day is starting off about as perfect as it can across the state. For this time of year, we could easily have temperatures well up into the 70s, a lot of humidity. We're seeing nothing like that this morning. A live look in our capital city. Notice there's a few areas of some patchy fog. It's really not a big deal this morning, and it's very isolated. Temperature 63 degrees in Hartford. Across the northeast, where Doing good. No matter where you're headed today, conditions look perfect. That cold front now well off farther towards the east. High pressure builds in throughout the day today. It sticks with us tomorrow and for most of the weekend. But once it heads off to the south and east, we get that return flow, and temperatures by Sunday back up into the 90s. Today, nothing like the 90s, 60s, 70s, eventually 80s across our state. But as mentioned, the heat returns, humidity as well. But where are those storm chances? There's a couple of them. We'll detail all that ahead in your full First Alert forecast. Tracy?
All right, Scott, some 4th of July holiday fun facts about which brands are considered the most patriotic. Can you guess a few? We'll be right back.